brand new badass race buggy from Rlaarlo. We had to build this thing from a freaking bag. Introducing the brand new Rlaarlo DSK Pro Kit. There's a lot of things I love about this car, and there's actually a few things I don't like. Don't worry, a couple of them are subjective and a couple are modular, so it's not a big deal. If you're just getting into this, there are some things you need to know. We're also going to see how a couple of my seasoned racing friends down south are gonna actually like this thing. I'm gonna have them drive this thing for the first time, and we're gonna see how well it does, not just with me, but with them as well. Nice, there we go. That was a beautiful turn right there. We're gonna hop into this review, and if you guys find it interesting, make sure you drop a like and subscribe for more. Now, without any further ado, the Rlaarlo DSK. Whoa. Now, I understand that this here is a dirt oval, but this is where I grew up, and I club raced for a while actually until college hit. But I got into the e-buggies with the club racing, and I had a blast with it. And for the most part, this car does show a lot of potential. So this buggy has, as I said, a couple neat things, actually a lot of neat things, and a couple things I actually do not like. This is 100% build kit, so you're gonna actually have to build it from the bag, literally from the bag. So the whole thing comes in a parts bag, and you have to build it from the ground up, which I'm not against at all. And if you're gonna be at this level of racing, that is what it entails. You even need to glue the tires. And as for my battery of choice, because obviously there's no batteries included, we have a couple CNHL 4000 milliamp 70cg plus batteries over here. They're very lightweight, very potent, so we're gonna go about that inside the DSK over here. Now, off the bat, the first thing that you guys may notice on the DSK is what I did to the body. You can see that there's cold air intakes right over there that's leading right to the motor, and then there's going to be another one towards the back that's going right to the ESC. Now, obviously they don't have that in the instructions to do that, but me personally, I like when my race cars breathe. So the body over here, you're going to have to cut. It does not come pre-cut, which is really no big deal at all. I mean, if you're going to be building a race kit. Now, what I really like about this car is how they have the shocks. They have the dust boots on there, big bores, super smooth, beautiful travel. I love it. It just screams 8th scale e-buggy, and hey, I'm high quality. Like how they have the mud flaps. I love how the whole chassis is 7075, as it should be with a high-end race roller, but you know, it's all good quality. There's also oversized bearings in the front and rear differential, rubber sealed as well. This build feels really promising, and I genuinely appreciate a car like this, especially when they do offer a crap ton of upgrades. Some are necessary, some are not, but in all reality, it's cool to have that kind of capability. It really is. They offer every single part to be upgraded. I just love the amount of carbon that they give you otherwise. The servo holders, carbon, the rear towers, carbon. You have the carbon plates on each A-arm, the stiffener, the carbon stiffeners. Now, as for the electronics in this thing, I did not include them, and they also do not get included inside the build kit as well. It's actually an optional censored motor and ESC combo that you can get from Rlaarlo's upgrade parts section, so it's made to go directly in here, and I do like it. Now, another thing that I actually don't like is that this ESC is not programmable, at least from what I was told, so you can't calibrate and do really much other than that. The last thing I really don't like about this car, I even went ahead, and this pin right here, doesn't matter if I move the steering angle, whatever, this here is supposed to be easy to access, in which it's not. I actually bent this body clip up even further than what they give you, and even then, so let me turn around it this way. It's still very difficult to get that out, which, okay, that's not really a deal breaker, I get that. But what is also extremely annoying is how I'm actually, when you, I'm trying to take this cover off right now to show you guys, but yeah, you actually have to kind of bend some things and whatnot. I personally don't like that, only because, you know, you shouldn't have to bend anything, at least in a race car. Everything should be fluent, easy to break down, so on and so forth. Now, this receiver, it's a standard SR 315 from Spectrum. It obviously binds up to this, and no, there's no AVC, active vehicle control, or basically any baby aids to help me drive any better than what you may see. And basically, I prefer driving without AVC, just because I like to feel the car's raw performance, and that'll actually allow me to further tune it exactly how I like it, giving me better handling in the long run. So that's pretty much the last thing. Other than that, car is great. Center diff feels amazing. Everything is high quality within the spider gears, front, center, rear differential. It has oversized bearings front and rear with rubber shielding. This car is sweet. It really is. Now, I'm going to need two hands to put this back together, but I'm just going to cut frame right here, and we're going to actually go about it. Now, the only thing that I did add that was not included is a little motor fan. It's nothing crazy. It's just a 40x40 with a 40 to 42 millimeter motor fan clamp that just goes directly into the receiver. It's just basically a crappy crappy plastic fan. It's nothing crazy, but I'd rather have some airflow if anything. Yeah, so that's pretty much the review, and we're gonna be doing some hot laps on this dirt oval with the DSK over here, and then after that, I'm gonna have a couple of my race buddies run this exact car how it is, and I want them to actually give me their exact feelings about this car, what they feel about it, how they like it, what they don't like about it, and all that. So personally, me, I am big when it comes to the dirt oval, but this car is not designed for only that, obviously. It's gonna be designed for the true buggy course, and that's gonna be the true test for this thing. This car will never look the same ever again. It's never gonna look as pretty as it does until it hits this track. But here we go, badass professional e-buggy kit from Rlaarlo. That was literally the first lap ever driving this thing. I've never ran this thing on this track before. This is one thing that I kind of I really don't like. Look at this. There's a little bit of delay on throttle. Now watch me hit the brake. You see how long it takes for any kind of braking? Brake. It's not my remote with the brake curve or reverse curve or anything like that. Everything is at center, zero, neutral, whatever you want to call it. Everything is at base still. Yeah, there's a little death hump back over there. That's kind of difficult to kind of get around. Beautiful, nice and controlled. Nice. Now we're gunning it. Nice, there we go. That was a beautiful turn right there. This track is really loose today. There's not much traction at all, but with the stock tires, I mean, you can still manage. You just have to not overdo it. Coming around the back turn, we're going down the straight, full throttle. There we go. Now we're hitting the back bank of the turn, have the most traction. We're back on the straight. We're slipping and sliding all the way around. But as long as I'm easy on the throttle in the turn, I can put this thing anywhere in the turn, which is great. So these tires are pretty good, at least if you're just starting. But for this kind of track, you're gonna want a much softer compound and a more tightly packed pin style. But that's completely fine. We can still manage around here. Everything is handling very well. Let's cut in on the small track here. Beautiful. Coming out. We're still in our throttle over here. We never went under half throttle. Yeah, look at that. Full throttle all the way around the turn. Oh, tumble. All right, but we still made it and in the right direction too. And we're back on, we're back going. Now here we are, full throttle in the straight, coming at half throttle in the turn, and here we go straight again, we're already full throttle. Coming around the back end of the turn, we're gonna cut in on the small track here. Beautiful, just look at that. Oh, and we just lost it right there. Yeah, guys, this is, I mean, honestly, for right out of the box, exactly how they have it. The car is handling amazing, it really is. So I can keep my hand on the motor, which is amazing. Look at that. Is that an RC10? Beautiful. And for what it is, it's a great car. Would it be my first choice of electronics? Absolutely not. With this delay on throttle and then the brake as well, I hate that. But the car itself is the key to going fast. And this here is that. I want to see what these guys down at Mills Pond are going to say. We're going to have 3 very fast guys that are actually going to see what this thing is like. So we're going to see what they say. I'm not going to tell them anything that I've experienced in this video. I just want them to go at it. And we're going to hear from them firsthand how well they think the brand new DSK is. Now we're going to see the difference between this guy and then this guy on the track. Obviously, I know it's a completely different car, different electronics and all that, but I also want to get a feel for the throttle response. I'm pretty sure it's not my remote and receiver, so only one way to find that out. I'm using the same exact remote over here. Now, if I actually unclip my action camera from my remote, I'm going to be using the same exact remote from this on my TLR Typhon. So I'm going to actually put a battery inside that thing, and we're going to see if that delay is still there. If it is still there, it's definitely the ESC, and that thing is going to come out as soon as I get home. Now, inside the TLR Typhon, we're going to be running the identical battery, the 4S4000. I have a Mamba X8S ESC without the top fan shroud because it broke. And we have an 1800 kV 1512 brushless motor, and we are running that censored. So it's around the same caliber of the exact same electronics that's in the DSK. I'm going to want to see now, definitely, if there is that throttle delay, brake delay, or anything like that. So we're going to see. All right, so here we go. I have the TLR Typhon on the same identical remote. I'm actually going to clip my action camera right there. And there's no delay. So it is indeed the ESC that just is not too quick with responding. If I hit throttle, bam, 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 bam. Like, you can't get better than that response right there. And that's what you want when you're racing e-buggy or e-truck or anything very competitive. Obviously, that ESC in the DSK is not included, and it's their optional part line. But personally, I would not recommend getting that ESC, or at least until they come up with something to tune it. Because, I mean, the power output is great. It's 160 amp, but I mean, this response is just unheard of. I mean, when you compare both cars, you really can't. It's the exact battery, exact remote, exact receiver. There's no AVC. There's nothing to help me go any faster around the track. Now here, there's no active vehicle control at all. It's literally just me. And this is when the car is all tuned for exactly how you want to. So the DSK build kit is a beautiful car that I guarantee you can definitely make it faster than this. I mean, obviously on a dirt oval, maybe not, whatever. But you could definitely make that car a lot faster. All right, so before you guys say, I'm really ragging on Rlaarlo, I'm ragging it like there's a lot of things that I don't like. I mean, in all reality, I like this car more than I dislike it. I really do. This DSK shows a lot of potential. And keep in mind, this is also the first day that it even touched the ground. I mean, I bench tested it once I built the thing, but you can't even compare something that's a little bit more seasoned. But now as for the electronics though, the optional electronics that you can buy from them, I would definitely recommend not getting them. I'm not gonna tell this to the other guys that we're gonna actually meet up at Mills Pond, which is a legitimate racetrack for e-buggies, e-truggies, and just much more competitive stuff. So I'm not gonna tell them about the delay with the electronics. I just want them to feel and see kind of what this car is about. But at the end of the day, these cars you build exactly how you drive best with them. So it's not a matter of getting everything at once, exactly what the manufacturer recommends. You need to go with what you feel is going to be the best, or what you feel actually is the best by running it and testing it. This here is definitely better than most. It is. But is it my cup of tea? Absolutely not. I'm not putting these electronics in another race buggy that I have. But if you don't have anything and you're not too sure with what to get, absolutely get this. It just goes directly in. Everything is set up right just for running this car. But if you're going to be serious and try to get competitive, you're going to want to get something better. And a lot of people don't even run the Castle stuff. I'm going to be very honest with you. This is just my cup of tea. It is. And you need to find out what is yours. And we're gonna see what these guys, all three of my buddies down at Mills Pond, we're gonna see what they think of the brand new DSK. Now, out of 10, 10 being the best and 0 being absolute junk, what I rate this car right here from Rlaarlo, I rate the brand new DSK a solid 8.5. And that's because it shows a lot of potential and the score can definitely go up from there. But at the end of the day, these stock electronics are not my cup of tea, which is why it's not an absolute 10. Even the TLR Typhon, when I ran it, even with these electronics when I ran it, it was not a 10, it was about a 9. But even then so, you know, these cars are very comparable, very similar. There's a lot of potential with this DSK. I'm very happy to own one, and it is a badass buggy. It really is. Stay tuned to Rlaarlo because they're definitely going to fix this issue, as they actually told me. I mean, it's not really an issue. It could just be a latency thing with the ESC and the response time, but even then, so I really like this car. We're going to see what this car is going to do down at the Real Pro racetrack. All right, so here you go. This is the brand new DSK. Your first impressions of this thing, Zach. What do you think of it?
That's what I was going to say. It looks
a lot like the Typhon. Like, I mean, as far as geometry.
I mean...
But the Mayako is one of the widest cars out there.
Oh, that bitch is the same.
Trackwood.
It just looks beefy.
It could also be the,
It
could be the side skirts. Or the mud guards.
I like how it comes with the front aluminum tower and the rear carbon tower.
Yeah.
Like
you can you can change this. Instead of having one large battery here, you could have the dual batteries, and they give you everything in the kit to make it dual batteries. You can run saddle packs with the front mounted motor. So that's going to give you actually a whole nother chassis brace in the back that you could put there. But I prefer this configuration a little bit more. And these electronics are also from them as well. This is all bone stock.
Okay.
This is all bone stock.
This reminds me of like a Mugen. You have it set up like a Mugen.
Yeah.
It's like Mugen and X-Ray had a baby.
Yeah.
All right, so Zach is going to take the DSK out on the roll first. That is Aaron. Say what's up. We're going to see how well this thing can do. We're going to see what Zach can do with this thing up first with the stock tires. He actually wants to change the tires up next. There you go.
Got good steering.
Oh, the steering's impeccable on it, but you can't overdo it. I actually have it down a lot.
154.1.
Nice. Yeah, so using the same exact remote and receiver in the TLR.
Just gotta get on the brakes.
So it's not that.
Early.
Yeah. I think it's the ESC, and you can't program it at all.
Ooh, little whip.
There you go. Yeah, take that nice and easy, because you'll hook underneath that that little curvature. And you'll flip. You're catching up to him. Oh, there you go. Nice, nice. Oh, land. Oh, so close. All right, Zach. So out of a 10, when it comes to driving something like this, what do you rate the car? Exactly how it's built. I understand you can still tune it exactly how you want, but everything is as verbatim as the manual says. With the DSK right here.
Car chassis itself is, I mean, I don't want to get too high of a rating, but definitely 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
That's literally what I rated earlier. Before I even told you any of this, I said I rate this car an 8.5 out of 10. Now, out of 10, 10 being the best and 0 being absolute junk, what I rate this car right here from Rlaarlo, I rate the brand new DSK a solid 8.5. And that's because it shows a lot of potential, and the score can definitely go up from there. So, I mean, it's solid. It's definitely solid.
I give them a 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Is it censored though? Is it censored?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's censored. The ESC and motor does not come in the kit. You have to buy that separately. So they offer, like in the performance accessories or upgrades or whatever, that you can buy this. So if you're not sure on what to do, you could just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Another driver, Adam, or
Both of our cars are broken right now, so I guess.
well, I guess that's a good thing. So either Adam or Aaron. Oh my God. I literally have 3 more of the identical batteries. So we're gonna put it back on the charger. This one is done. It's ready to go.
The delay right now, I was squeezing the trigger the whole time. So
Yeah.
that delay is bad.
That's annoying. Nice car.
You can't push too much because it's kind of a bump.
Yeah. It's really really loose.
39.4.
Where you at?
Nice. You almost lost it there.
I throw it up. I got to stay in front.
Yeah.
57.3.
Nice recovery. But I know you were afraid to make that one, as so was I.
I hit the throttle and it ain't going.
Yeah.
So.
It's like a split second.
40.8.
There you go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Everything
shit
else
terrible.
beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
So, mine, overall, the car feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good. Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right, so we're
But,
1, 2, we're 3 for 3 in the 8s.
Electronics, nah. That may be a 2-3 second delay almost.
Yeah. On the brakes, it's horrible because when you try to
Brakes is
recover,
hard, yeah.
when you try to recover at any point in time, when you want to try to get on the throttle when you come right out of a turn, so you keep your traction, you can't. Now up next, we're gonna see what Aaron can do. All right.
The buggy itself feels good, but the electronics is really hard, especially in the bumps.
Yeah.
You can't really judge the throttle response. It's so late.
But the steering is fine. The steering is on point.
Great.
So that goes to show you it's not the receiver.
No.
Yeah.
But if I hold steady throttle and don't try to blip the throttle,
Yeah.
it drives more smoothly. But
Yeah, because you have to stay in it. Yeah.
we try to work the throttle, for me at least.
Yeah. You almost got to stay on your same throttle position.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what it
In the
looks
jump.
like when a rear pro puts on that wheel.
Dude, these electronics,
you go.
I can't do the electronics.
42.7.
Yeah, no.
You got this one.
I was low-key throwing a couple of these.
No, I cannot drive this thing once
What I,
a day. I look like
yeah. What I think I'm gonna do is keep the motor, but I'll put like a different ESC in it. There you go. Good entry, nice landing, good recovery. You're still in it. You're still in it. Don't shake. Don't shake now. Stay there. Nice.
There we go.
Stay consistent. Coming around the hairpin turn, over the table, and the left-hand turn, coming to the big jump.
Still locked in right now.
Oh, there you go. Oh, perfect. Oh, beautiful landing and nice recovery. And there we go. That was a beautiful crash.
We were on the way to a hot lap.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
There we go.
Nice. There you go. But that recovery is because of the throttle.
What the hell is that? I'm freaking.
Now you're locked in. Oh, nice. There you go. Good recovery.
I can't even jump that. No point. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Consistent, consistent. You're trying. I know you're trying super hard.
Power kind of died, but wish I died a little bit.
Yeah.
Power's cut now still.
Oh, it's gone. It's out of here.
I'm beating the heck out of this thing.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's not, there's not much wiggle.
Durability. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a great.
durable.
It's a great skeleton. It's a great car.
Yeah.
But that ESC, man, I would not.
Chassis looks nice.
Yeah. Now, I'll certainly tell you this Rlaarlo DSK, I mean, it's an amazing vehicle. Can it race professionally? Oh, hell yeah, it can. Super durable, very customizable, and in all reality, it's a killer car on the track. Now, the only thing that I would certainly tell you is maybe hold off on these electronics that Rlaarlo offers. They did actually tell me that they're working on it. There's actually a programming card, so there is actually a light at the end of the tunnel regarding the throttle delay. And they all said a solid 8 out of a 10, and that's even with the delay with the ESC, and I feel the same. It's really hard to test an amazing car out with electronics that are, for the most part, still in the testing phase. It's still going to be updated in the future, so there's, as I said, light at the end of the tunnel. Rlaarlo, you guys did an impeccable job on the brand new, first ever race kit ever. I mean, that's amazing. So way to go on your guys' end, and I appreciate you having me test this car out. All right, guys, so I appreciate every single one of you watching. Rlaarlo, you guys killed it with the new DSK roller. I love the chassis. The potential with this thing, the sky's the limit. It really is, minus the ESC, but that's easy. That's cake. That's not a big deal. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you stay safe and have a good one.